Hi students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. Today, teacher is going to teach you subtraction of decimals. Let us see the first example. 12.8 minus 3.7. Teacher had teach you the method of doing addition of decimals in our previous lesson. We are going to use the same step as it. So, first we write the 12 decimal 8. Then, must write the second number. Before we write the second number, we must place the decimal first. Then, we can write the numbers accordingly. Before we find the answer, we must always place the decimal first. Students, 8 minus 7, we get 1. Next, 2 minus 3. Can we minus 3 from the small number? Can't. So, we must borrow from the next number. Before 1 is 0 and we borrow 1 to the 2. So, now we have 12 here. So, 12 minus 3, we get 9. So, the answer for 12 decimal 8 minus 3 decimal 7 is 9 decimal 1. Do you understand, students? Next, example 2. The question is 8 minus 0.75 minus 3.572. Here we have 3 numbers. So we can't do all the numbers together. We must solve it one by one. So first, we must write the 8 and minus. If you look at the second number, we have decimal number. 8 is not a decimal number. So we must place the decimal for the whole number. Students, whole number will always have decimal at the end of the number. So, we place the decimal over here. Then, we can write the next number from the decimal. 0.75. Now, students, here we don't have any number. So, we can place 0 over there. Once we place the 0, we can place the decimal before start doing the method. 0 minus 5. Can we minus 5 from the 0, students? No, we can't. So, we must borrow from the next number. But here we have 0 too. So, we must borrow from the 8. Before 8 is 7 and the 8 will borrow 1 for this number. Now we must borrow from the 10. Before 10 is 9 and here we get 1. So now this is 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. Here we have 9 minus 7. Students, 9 minus 7 is 2. Next, 7 minus 0. We get 7. Next, bring this answer over here, 7.25. Then, we must minus 3.572 from 7.25. So, before write the number, we must always place the decimal and write the number in a correct place. And if you look here, we don't have any number. So we can place what number, students? Yes, clever. 0. Before we start to solve the method, we must, very good, place the decimal. Here, 0 minus 2. We can't, so we borrow from the 5. Now we get 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Here 4 minus 7, We can't minus, so we must borrow from the 2. Now we have 14. So 14 minus 7 is 7. And here 1 minus 5. We can't, so we borrow again. 6. Now we have 11. So 11 minus 5 is, very good, 6. Here we have 6. 6 minus 3, 3. So the answer is 3.678. Do you understand, students? Now teacher going to teach you an unknown number sentence. Here we have the unknown. Minus 19.8 equals to 5.73. We can place any anu for this place. So teacher is using as a anu. And once there is anu, we can't write the next number over here. So we must write this number first. Then this minus, when we go here, it will turn to plus. When minus go over there, it will turn to plus. So we write the plus and bring the 19.8 over here. Next, we solve 5.73 plus, before we write the number, we must, yes, place the decimal, then write 19.8. Here we don't have any number, so we can place 0. Students, 3 plus 0. We get 3. But before we find the answer, we must write the decimal first. So now 3 plus 0 we get 3, and 7 plus 8 we get 15. But we must place 5 here and 1 over here. 5 plus 1 we get 6. 6 plus 9 we get 15. So 1 here. 1 plus 1, 2. So the answer is 25.53. Do you understand, students? Next example. 8.7 minus unknown 2.61. So for this question, teacher placed P as the unknown. Now, in this question, the anu was in a second place. So we can't move this number. We must move this anu over here and this number over here. So P we write here and put equal. This number we never do anything, so we just drop down as 8 and minus, bring this 2.61 over here. Now we can solve the question. 8.7 minus, so we place the decimal, then write 2.61. Here we don't have any number, so we must put 0. Very good. Next, we find the answer. Before we find, we place the decimal. 0 minus 1. We can't, so we must borrow. 10 minus 1 is 9. 6 minus 6, we get 0. And 8 minus 2, we get 6. So the answer is 6.09. Do you understand, students? Next, teacher is going to teach you some problem solving question on subtraction of decimals. Let us see the first example. Ramli has 8.85 kg of grapes. He gives 2.9 kg of grapes to Hafiz and 4 kg of grapes to Arun. What is the balance of fruits that Ramli has? Before we solve any problem-solving question, we must always write the number sentence. So for this number sentence, we use subtraction. Why we are using subtraction, students? Because gives is the keyword for the subtraction. Number sentence are 8.85 kilogram minus 2.9 kilogram minus 4 kilogram. First, write the first number 8.85 kilogram. Please don't forget to write the unit. Then 2.9 kilogram. And here we don't have any number, so we place 0. Then we start to find the answer. Before we start, we must place the decimal, also the unit. 5 minus 0, we get 5. 8 minus 9. Can we minus? No. So we borrow from the 8. So now we have 18. 18 minus 9, we get 9. Now 7 minus 2. What's the answer, student? 5. Now we must minus this 4 kg from this number. So 5.95 kg minus 4. So we don't have any number over here. So we place 0 and we start to find the answer after putting the decimal and also the unit. 5 minus 0, 5. 9 minus 0, 9. 5 minus 4, 1. So the answer is 1.95 kg. Let us see the last example. Hong has a rope of 14 meter long. Murali has 3.05 meter less than Hong. How many meters of rope does Murali has? This question, they didn't give the actual meter of rope that Murali has, but they said Murali has less. So we must use subtraction. 14 meter minus 3.05 meter. First we write the 14 meter, but next number is the decimal number, so we must place the decimal at the end of the whole number and start to write the next number, 3.05 meter. In this working step, the units are not arranged in a correct order, so we must bring the meter over here and place 0 in these two places. Then we must place the decimal and also the unit. 0 minus 5, we can't, so we must borrow. But here we have 0, so we must borrow from this 4. 10 minus 5, we get 5. Here we have 9, so 9 minus 0, we get 9. And here we have 3, 3 minus 3, we get 0. And here we have 1, so don't forget this number. So 1 minus nothing, so we just drop the 1 over here. So the answer is 10.95 meter. Murali has 10.95 meter of rope. Do you understand, students? I hope you understand today's lesson. Try to do more revision for better understanding. Thank you.